it's time to make a new puppet. I don't know why I decided to get dressed up today, but I did. There's a reason why I thought, ooh, I'll wear a red dress. It's because I have decided to make this. So, this is the inspiration. This is what we're going for. I am not at all a seamstress or anything like that, so I don't have any experience with making dresses. My stepmom made me this dress for my prom. So yeah, anyway, so we'll see how it goes, right? And it's not just making dresses, it's making a miniature dress. As many of you probably know, the new Beetlejuice is coming out in September. Beetlejuice was one of my, all-time classic films that I really like to watch, especially with the little moments of stop motion inside, with the snake and everything. So I thought, why not try to make a puppet? Ta-da! I was very much inspired by Adina Grubb and her female Beetlejuice puppet. So I thought, why not give it a go and try to make my own version. I am very, very happy to be home, as you can see. So let's get to it. So I'm just going to jump in here and quickly explain a bit. So for this puppet, I decided to keep everything more material and cloth-like. I wanted to maybe try with wood or give the illusion of wood on her face, but I don't have a lot of wood, balsa wood, so that is a problem. I could maybe glue some wood together, but I don't really have the glue for that. So I'm starting to think. So I would like wood. I would kind of like that similar effect. But if not, we have cloth. And cloth, there's hair everywhere. And cloth could work very well. I only have this color at the moment though, but I think with some white chalk, we could maybe make it a little bit lighter and give her like a chalk type of a face, like a chalk colored face, which might work well. I'm still debating. I kind of want texture. I normally make them all out of clay. That's like my go-to for puppets. But I kind of want to test different things. So maybe first, there is no exact plan. That is one thing. Whenever I make these videos, it might seem like there's step by step that I follow, but to be honest, there is never really a distinctive plan. Or even if there is a plan, things do end up changing throughout, so we'll see. I tried a bit and it works well. I just need to fill it out with this chalk thing and make it as even as possible. I think that's the tricky part. Are you still recording? My mic has been having problems. Okay, let's go. So the puppet is the usual, what I normally do. It starts with wire, then you use milliput, then you use some sort of fabric, foam, to create the body. And then after that you add all the other fabric for the clothing, the skin, etc. Throughout this project, there was a lot of trial and error. For example, the head at first I made it a bit too big, the arms as well. That's a big problem with my arms. For some reason, the arms, I always make them, it seems like I make them when thinking about the hands as well. So I always make them too long, so then when I add the hands, it just looks extra long. So in this part of it, I decided to then just cut the extra bit of arm, and then add the hand on afterwards. A lot of trial and error, but that's what we're here for, right? We're here to learn. So we have puffy hair, and to make it that twig-like almost bangs, we're gonna take some of this. We're gonna put the tiniest blob of glue on there. Boop. And then just use our fingers and make it twist it a little bit so that you get that thin glue thing, almost like gel. Hello, so I just came back from the store and I got some fabric. So I got this nice dark red fabric. It's nice, but of course it doesn't really look like the fabric within the movie. So what I'm going to do, because this is going to serve as an under layer anyway, it's going to be at the bottom because we have this sheer ribbon. I looked for fabric more like this as well. You know, it's like this but not really, right? It's not that shiny normally, that sort of fabric, but in that store they didn't have it, so I got this red instead. And since it's just the under layer, it will look something like this anyway, which I think will look good. It will make it a little bit darker, and maybe not too tacky, can we say? A little bit darker. I also purchased this ribbon. Now, there isn't this within the design of the dress in the film, but I want to try to use it a little bit just because I think it's quite nice. But of course, again, it's not the same red. However, if we put it underneath, maybe it can add a tiny bit of more of a something within some of the layers. We're going to keep it very minimal because we still want the dress to look like the one in the movie, right? So that's the plan. So yeah, let's get started. So I'm jumping in right here just to say it is time. So this is the design. This is not my design, this is the film's design, right? Anyway, this is what we're going for. So we have the fabric here, we'll have fabric underneath, the same fabric, this red fabric, and then over that we'll put the thinner fabric. So I have a bit of ribbon for that. I couldn't find any other of that fabric, but I think that this will do if we kind of manipulate it. And it will still get those like little edges there from the ribbon. It's just not very easy to
manipulate with, I guess, or to sew, so that would be a bit of a problem. Then we have that as well, same fabric, this as well, and then this sheer one with the red dots. The red dots will be done by either sewing or just pen, or I have some fabric paint if they're still okay. I've had them for maybe like 3-4 years now. We'll see. So that's the design. So for the dress, I decided to use a tutorial I have seen by Makara Tours. So Makara Tours, I've seen a couple of her videos. She is a seamstress. She creates costumes. You probably all know her already. There's no point on me talking about her really, but I enjoy watching her content. It's informative in a very comedic way. She just makes really cool stuff. So I couldn't for the life of me, for some reason, think, how can I make a dress like the gown shape? But it was so simple, and just by watching her with this one video that she made, it all came through. So I made a circle. That's it. I made a circle, cut a little hole in, and I made the dress. Thank you, Makara. It's not done yet. I would still create more panels here. Normally, I guess you could put some sort of cotton or something within it so that the wires aren't so present. So we'll see. I wrapped a little bit of fabric around. We'll see if it works. If it works, then maybe we can wrap a tiny bit more. And so, ta-da! La 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 da 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 da. Bow, 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 bow. Is it a little bit creepy? Maybe, huh? During these last couple of days, having quit my job, having been rejected to this thing I applied to, it's all kind of hitting me a little bit, and I think it's making me wonder whether, self-doubt starts popping in. You can see during the end of the video a little bit of self-doubt there. Though now that I look at the puppet and how it looks when it's finished, I do like it. I really do. It's interesting. It's something I haven't really made before, so it's a new sort of style as well. There's a lot of judgment, I guess, on my part. But that's what happens, right? We judge ourselves. Sometimes we seem to always long for other people to tell us how we're doing, which isn't the best. We have to learn how to, be satisfied with our work ourselves. As artists or creators, I guess that's very important. Though we're always told to think about the audience, think about who you're selling to, who you're marketing to, and that is so important, definitely. But we can't forget about ourselves. Look at that. All of those ruffles. That's crazy. All right. If you hear little noises, that's my cat eating. I don't mind this, right? It looks a bit like a cupcake. Although there are certain parts I think I'm going to sew down so that it's not so up, so that some parts kind of lay flatter down. I think that would make it a bit nicer because it doesn't need to be all stood up. Hi. Come on. Oh, Blum. I was looking for one and I knew I made it, but I couldn't find it and I was actually sitting on it. So this will be good for the neck part. I'll make it maybe a bit tighter. I can still kind of pull one spot of it. So it's more of a V shape. So if I pull this all like this, and then cut it so it's smaller ruffles, I can then make that little V shape as well. Maybe I can add that pattern, because I added the pattern there, but you can't really see it. Oh, that's nice, Echo. But you can't really see it, so that's what I'm gonna do now. So enjoy, I guess. Yeah, sew it down a bit, just little parts, not all of it. Let's do this. What do you guys think? I don't know why, since coming back, I just feel like I can do better and I want to do better, but I just never seems to be better. If you see what I mean. I want to try different techniques. I want to push myself. I want to, you know, create more and more and better work. So yeah, this isn't my finest work at all. It would have been great if her skin tone was already pale to begin with. The powdering, that didn't work. The detailing within the eyes, that could have been darker, it could have been deeper, it could have been more detailed. Now all the fluff from her hair is getting into her face, so that could have been changed, ironed out, all these things. I'm quite impressed with the dress, just because I am not, again, a seamstress. I sometimes sew my own little clothings and stuff, but they don't always look very good. But I'm quite happy with how it turned out. If you are a seamstress, you'd probably notice how horribly done it is. But I tried to keep it quite even and everything. But yeah, so the dress can like lift up and can be tucked away depending on how you want to animate it. With using milliput or something else, along the wires, that would have worked a lot nicer, so that there was distinctive movements, so that the dress isn't just flowing all over the place and it has still some sort of shape. So she has several different mouthpieces. So the smile, she can frown with the same one. Now she's sad. And she also has one where she can open her mouth as well, like shocked. Yes, not my finest work, but I don't think she is that bad. She's actually quite freaky. When I was making her at one point, I started getting a little bit freaked out, actually. Especially when making this little creature thing. It's not as scary in the actual photo, but just doing it so simple and so quick made it quite freaky. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video either way of the final result. I'm going to try to do a bit more videos again since coming back. I have some projects in mind. So stick around if you like. I hope to see you guys soon. Subscribe, like, comment, all those things if you like. And I'll see you around. Gotta get better at outros and stuff. 再见。